how do all these weather events relate to climate change? We have weather. There's a tremendous amount of variety. There's an infinite amount of variety. The weather never repeats. It's always different. But the environment in which these weather events are occurring is systematically changing. It's generally warmer and it's moister than it used to be. It's mainly, the memory for this comes from the ocean. The ocean is warmer. So the ocean is the memory of the system, and because the ocean is warmer, the temperatures above the ocean are warmer, and the atmosphere holds more moisture. So we think the observations suggest that there's about 5% more moisture in the atmosphere over the oceans than there used to be prior to about the 1970s. About 5%. Now, in coastal regions, areas that are directly attached to the oceans, that's sort of what we see on average as well. Of course, in a desert, there's no increase in moisture because it's not connected to the moisture sources. You have to have a moisture source, and over land in general, the numbers are slightly smaller, maybe 3 or 4% or something like that. But if there's more moisture in the atmosphere, when you have a storm, and as I say, there can be all kinds of varieties of storms, but when you have that storm, it simply rains a bit harder. That's the change in the environment that occurs because the air is a bit warmer and it's holding more moisture. And that's a systematic effect that actually happens with all storms. So all storms are actually different than they used to be. A lot of them look just like the ones we had before because there was so much variety before that, ones that just rained a little bit more than before now look like the average storms now. But we can see these changes in the statistics overall, especially when we look over broad regions. And there are still major patterns that occur from one year to the next. Some areas are wetter, some are drier than normal. There's this variety that occurs with the weather. But there are also these systematic changes which are indicative of the changes in the climate. And these are the ones which have big impacts on us.